But there's something very interesting. You see, everything that I've gone through in my life and that I've done prepared me to have met him at the door today.
Yeah.
Because conversations that we had, he's in venture capital. He's an American doing venture capital in South Africa. He's invested in Yoko, all these other companies, Luli. So he's done big projects. Now, I'm from the township, man. Even at primary school, I learned English in Setswana. Do you understand that? They say, Uncle, malume. Do you understand? So, and then in high school, then I did some private school, and then I did a private university. But my primary school education, a boy like that needed to have been prepared by life to meet a guy like that and talk venture capital. And he understands exactly what venture capital is. And he was more now invested in our movement. He's like, okay, what kind of entrepreneurs do you have in the movement? It's incredible what you're doing. It aligns with what we are doing. Now we're talking, how do we collaborate? Do you understand? You can't talk about things like that if life has not prepared you, or if you didn't become intentional in preparing yourself. A lot of the people that are in the rooms here are professionals, business people, or aspiring business people. Now, they're not here by mistake, or we didn't attract them by mistake. There's a level of preparation, knowingly or unknowingly, that we put into place for us to be able to attract these kinds of people. I cooked there.
Yeah. And as I'm having you today as one of the trailblazers that we usually have on the movement, what do you say to the character of builders in this nation? People who actually leave a footprint in how the economy functions. You know, I mean, you are in the business of property. Driving down, I don't know, maybe Joburg, you can pinpoint at certain buildings and be like, I know who built that. I know which company built that. I know the founder of that company. It's so interesting that we have people of such value who come and sit and share their stories. I want you to tell me.
You must put it right. Say, who come and sit with you?
Who come and sit on the channel to have a conversation and document their stories. I want us to speak about the importance of building, the importance of being a builder and dedicating yourself. Because you literally listen to the story in one lifetime of about 30 years. Someone will build something of such national impact.
Like that guy who built a 70 billion rand book.
Who does that? Who does that? You know, the invention, I mean, the incredible minds, the solutions finding to the issues that we face. How do we build such people of caliber?
You see, here's the thing. And because I've sat with these people, I can answer you. A lot of them didn't set out to build these things. A lot of them knew they were going to build something great, but they just wanted to enjoy the journey of the building. When I summarize it, because when you look at their individual journeys in terms of the property portfolios they've built, the businesses they've built, different kinds of businesses they've been involved in, it was more about what sort of impact can I add? What sort of problem can I solve? You know, I interviewed a guy who back in the day was one of the founders of 702 and invented talk radio, brought talk radio into South Africa. A guy like that literally was just being a problem solver. If you listen to what the story is like. Now, it sounds accidental, but it simply says a problem was presented to him and he had to have a comeback and a solution for that specific problem. Now, for instance, it's more than just money. Personally, it pains me when I see black people suffering. I don't know about other people, but personally, I don't know why God put that burden in my heart. I don't like going to shacks or township. I don't like it. Now, I might have been from the township, but I hate it. Why do I hate it? Because when I see that, I ask myself, are black people God's stepchildren or what? How come? Yeah, but it's the truth. It's a good question. I would ask him if I was to meet him. How come other people can enjoy heaven on earth? Now, some of the people I interview, I've been to some of their houses. It is heaven on earth. Right? And then your preacher is going to say, when you die, you're going to go to heaven and you'll walk on the streets of gold. You've never held gold in your life, precious. How are you going to know which one is real, which one is not? So you live in poverty and somebody is saying you live in wealth when you get to heaven. Wealth must come now. What does your Bible say? Let your will be done on earth as it is where? So if the gold is in heaven, it must be where? How do we read this Bible? And now when you start to apply your thinking, because this now informs how you think, right? It's what the world is saying you must enjoy. Is that really it?
Never.
Like your whole
There's so much
existence,
more.
you must live in a shack and you must be excited to wear Gucci. Really?
It can't be.
That you call that success? You bought a Gucci and you bought an M4. Somebody owns the company where you bought that Gucci to come brag to us. You are happy with the fragment of wearing some shoe and say it's 20,000. My man, sit down. Poverty has damaged you. And we now start defining success according to material things that we have no control over. Industries that we don't even own. So for me, it's now to bridge the gap. I could have seen, or there are people who live here on earth as it is in heaven.
Yeah.
I must bridge the gap with those who haven't experienced that real one yet. So that you can see, the Gucci that you brag to people about, that car that you brag to people about. Man, there are people that can buy 100, but they don't even buy.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, and exposure gives you that. I was at the Jewish Achievers Awards, invited by a friend of mine. He's the chairman of the awards. I was sitting there. I was sitting in the front. And I was just soaking it in. The kinds of business people that stood there to receive awards. I just decided on the day, in my heart, black people don't have money. You guys don't have money. There's real money. There are people who have real money, like proper real money. They own industries, not a little bit, a lot. And look at social media. Ne? We're the only people or tribe on social media that's bragging or displaying wealth that we don't own. I mean, even if you say, but white people are rich. They've built companies. It's the truth. They've built companies. And their companies are employing you.
You're moving away from the question, though. I was speaking to the character of the builder.